Hi guys, welcome to another episode of
Thriving After 30.
I'm Priya,
And I'm Kayla.
and today we're going to be speaking about comparison, social media, and self-worth.
Yes. Have you ever opened social media and felt absolutely fine, and then after a while of scrolling, come off of there feeling like deflated and behind in life?
Yeah, in our 30s, comparison hits differently. It's no longer just about looks or, being popular, especially on social media. It's about timelines, careers, relationships, babies, houses, and success.
Yeah, social media definitely has a quiet way of making us question our progress, our worth, even our happiness without us even realizing it's happening.
Exactly. And in today's episode, we're talking about how comparison creeps in, how social media distorts reality, and how self-worth can slowly become tied to what we see on a screen. Those mobile phones are dangerous. We'll be sharing our own experiences, the pressure that we felt, and how we're learning to protect our peace, because we're really trying to do that right now, especially when it comes to social media.
So yeah, if you've ever felt left behind or unsure of yourself after doom scrolling, this conversation's for you.
It sure is. So I want to talk about comparison because I think it sneaks in even when we're self-aware, even when we know we're kind of doing it. And even when we know social media isn't real life, it still finds a way of just like happening. Do you know what I mean? Most of the time it starts harmless. You're not even scrolling with like intention. Like you're just fucking scrolling and you're like, what the hell? And before you realize it, you're comparing timelines. Timelines in particular are like a really big thing without even meaning to. And what I've also noticed is like you could be on your phone and you're fine. And then a few minutes later, you're suddenly questioning like your whole life. Like,
Yeah.
why is my life like this? Like, why haven't I done this yet? Why haven't I done that yet? Why has that person been able to do this? And I think it hits harder, especially when you're in your 30s, because I feel like this is the decade of milestones, relationships, babies. Oh, you haven't had a baby yet. Oh, you haven't got married yet. Careers. Oh, what you don't know what you're doing with your life yet. Buying a house. Well, you ain't got on the mortgage side yet. 25 years mortgage. You're going to be getting old, mate. And stability. There's this unspoken expectation that you should have things figured out by now. And there's a lot of pressure. For you, when did you kind of notice comparison affecting you? Because it's a known thing with social media. Everyone compares themselves. Don't lie.
Yeah. I can say I have like two types of comparisons. So I have the comparison with strangers where I'm seeing snippets of their life, like they're living in these amazing houses. My one thing that like I've put my hands up, I'm so jealous of is people that have an island in their kitchen.
Oh, I love it.
When I see people's islands in their kitchen, I'm like, yeah, you got a nice house. I'm in my dingy little kitchen. What am I doing wrong? So that's my main like stranger one when I see people with their islands. But then I also have comparisons with people that I know. So like just an example, maybe people I went to school with or people that I worked with maybe like 15 years ago. And I think the hardest part for me with the comparison of people I know is especially with people that are younger than me.
That's interesting.
Yeah. And I do find comparison hits so much harder when I'm in a low place.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. It can really send you into a dark space.
Yeah.
And you think, like, how have I even got here? If I didn't have this social media or things in my face, I wouldn't even know what's going on out there.
Yeah, exactly. And that's, I think, one of the good things that I've noticed since coming off social media is I can't compare to anyone. I am my biggest competition now.
Yeah, you are your biggest competition. And I definitely feel like you realise even more when you're off how much you were comparing or thinking about certain things that now don't even cross your mind.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like, for me, a big area of comparison has always been marriage. I mentioned before that I thought, in the expectation versus reality podcast video.
Yeah.
I can't remember what episode it was, that I thought I'd be married by 30. And being in a long-term relationship, I honestly expected to at least be engaged by now. I'm not going to lie. So when I was on social media and I used to scroll and see people getting engaged and married, especially those that have been in relationships like 2 minutes, you're thinking like, what the hell is going on here? Yeah. It did kind of make me feel like I was somehow less worthy of marriage. And I feel like comparing myself and like thinking those things at that time led to a lot of self-doubt and obviously questioning like myself, like, am I not, do I not deserve to be married?
Am I not giving wife?
Am I not giving wife? Am I just giving girlfriend? Like, I need to understand. I'm not giving fiance. Like, what is going on? But the more I reflect on it now, especially where I'm off social media, I never grew up. You know how you've mentioned before, like, oh, Disney princess, like you've always wanted to. I didn't grow up thinking one day I really want to get married. That's never been on my mind. I feel like it's because it's like, I didn't go to loads of weddings growing up. I didn't even like, I knew about people getting married and I knew what that looked like, but it's never been anything that's been in my face growing up. And I wasn't really a Disney princess kid, a Disney films kid. I don't like, even when I watch Disney now, I'm like, oh, that movie. I don't remember that movie. I don't remember it's just not something that's been embedded in my head. Yeah. So I feel like with social media, because it was constantly in my face, it became a thing. And then it was like, oh, I really want to get married. Like, oh, you know, I'd love to dress up in that dress. Oh, look at that venue. This looks good. Since I've had a break from socials, it's not something that comes to my mind at all. So I think that's quite interesting that I wanted it so bad then. Yeah. And it's not about not loving your person, because you can love your person, you can be with someone, but that doesn't necessarily mean because you're married to someone that is, oh my God, this is it. Because you've got people that are in marriages that are very fucking unhappy. Yeah. And then you've got to go through the divorce process. And then it's all a big hoo-ha. I think for me, it just being in my face and seeing all these people look really happy on their wedding day, all dressed up. But before that I didn't think about getting married. I just wanted to be with a man that loved me and us have a really happy life and do really great things with me. That's all I've ever wanted. But of course, you know, social media does this to you.
Oh, 100%. And like another thing for me is relationships. Like everyone my age, I can't even no. If I'm being really realistic, is people that I know. No, I'm not going to say there's loads of people that are in relationships, but social media wise, it looks like everyone's in a relationship.
Oh my gosh, it does.
And I do believe a lot of it is the algorithm.
When you compare it, okay, so if I look at my friends, and you do a comparison, a lot of people aren't in relationships, but in social media, it makes it look like, oh, look, everybody's loved up, everyone's in these happy marriages, happy marriages. Look,
no, but marriages as well.
Like happy marriages or in relationships and just everything's going right for them. And then you're there like,
what's going on with me? How am I this age as well? And this is again what I was saying about younger people than me and who've like got everything planned out. And I'm like, where did I go wrong? So yeah, but actually, when you look at real life compared to it, no, I don't think I know that many people in happy marriages and relationships. It just looks like it on social media because, like I said, the algorithm, because that's something that I've come across. It's like, and I do believe the phones listen to us.
Oh yeah, so. Listen, that phone, the stuff that comes up, I'm not sure how they do it yet. I still need to figure this out, especially when I haven't typed anything in my phone. But it puts things in your face. And sometimes, you know, it's really good because you're like, oh, yeah, I was thinking about that. That's great. And then other times it's like, I didn't need a reminder of that.
Yeah.
But here you are in my face listening to my business.
There was a meme that was going around before or a TikTok or something. And it was like, the woman was like, whispering into her husband's phone or her partner's phone, engagement ring, to try and change the algorithm to bring up engagement rings on his phone.
So funny. I wonder if it works.
This is it. We should start trying stuff like that.
You know that. But yeah, I feel like social...
6 foot black man. 6 foot black man.
But yeah, social media can really distort timelines and create this illusion that everyone else is ahead of you.
Yeah.
And it can make you question your progress in so many aspects of your life. I know that like we've spoken about, you know, how social media affects us.
Yeah.
But for you, have there been any milestones in your life where you felt like the most pressure when scrolling?
Yeah. So not so much now, but I feel like as well, I came from an era where there wasn't social media.
Yeah, and then there was all of a sudden like MySpace or Pixo, but that wasn't embedded into our life. That come a lot later on, didn't it?
But I think when I fully immersed myself into Instagram, like I say, I was reconnecting with loads of people that I went to school with, or like secondary and primary, or people that I grew up with. And like I say, a lot of younger people as well, who were from that same era. And when they started all buying houses, that one hit me hard. And I was like, how are these, I don't want to call them kids, but like these, not that were younger than me, all affording to buy houses? Because before, yes, that was a thing for me. I wanted to own a property. Not so much now. I think where I've expanded my traveling now, I don't see myself settling in England. Yeah. But when I was younger, I was like, how on earth are you lot affording houses?
I still think, even though I'm not comparing myself, because actually I love my house that I live in. And I feel like for me I'm not just going to go on the property ladder to say that I'm on a property ladder and downgrade where I'm living now and take my kids there. Like, we're very happy here. We've got lots of space. I'm not going to do it. Yeah. But I do look at people and think like, how, like I earn good money. How the hell are you able to afford to get a decent sized mortgage for a decent sized house? Because what they're offering people these days, you can just about get a hut, a garage in London with. And I'm just like you, like I would prefer to invest in land outside and like build outside, you know, around the world and invest in land and build up on that, or just invest in different things outside the country, because you get so much more value for your money. And even if you look at like Gambia now, I've got the land in Gambia. Even if I don't decide to do anything with that, I can sell that on for a lot more money later on compared to what I bought it for. I feel like when you've got money, investing in a property in England, there are definitely benefits to it, but there's a lot more benefits in investing your money in other things. I think we should definitely do like a podcast on investments and that, like, there's so many other ways that you can invest your money.
Yeah, I think the reality hit me with that was, obviously, like I say, she was actually someone I knew, and I was having and I, you know me, I will ask things like, I'm not embarrassed. I was like, how are you doing this? And she actually said to me, she was like, you can't compare what I'm doing to what you're doing. She's like, I'm living at home. I've never rented. I've never paid rent. All my money has gone to
your money.
Yeah. She was like, plus on top of that, I was lucky enough to get some inheritance from my granddad. That's what helped with my like deposit and stuff. She was like, hey, like you've been raising a kid. Like, she's like, you hold down a home as a single parent. You drive a nice car. All these, and you know, it's just like, I did then think about it, like, yeah.
You can't compare yourself. Like, you don't know people's situation, and you don't know where they got the money from. But do you know what's interesting? Oh my God, I know you dug your knee out. Is that whole situation around like kids. You know, when you have kids, the amount that you can borrow on your mortgage goes down. And I was really confused, because when I was speaking to somebody before, they're like, oh yeah, because you've got 2 kids, that like lessens them out. I'm thinking, fucking hell, mate. And if you're a family, especially if you've got kids, you're going to want a bigger house, not a half. Do you get what I'm saying? But yes,
I didn't know
that's
that.
just something I found out like not too long ago. They were like, yeah, you get less because you've got 2 dependents.
Didn't know that. We should definitely do an episode on investments, because that's something I did not know at all.
Yeah.
So we've talked about timelines. We've talked about like obviously comparisons and not knowing people's real story and stuff. So let's talk about the fact that actually we're only seeing people's highlights of their life on social media versus the real life.
Exactly. I feel like social media is very edited. It is very for the gram. Yeah. You see when they say do it for the gram, they're doing it for the gram. Do you know what I mean? Since stepping away from social media, I've become really aware of how much of it is not as real as it looks. Yeah. You'll have people using filters galore. Oh my God. Snapchat was the queen of filters. Like, they deliver. Okay. They make you feel really good. 100%. And then the real camera lies anyway. So, you know, and people posting like this soft life content, on holiday all the time. Oh God,
she's talking about herself here.
But I feel like a lot of it is what people want to show. Yeah. And I feel like that's why it messes with us, because it's like, oh, well, look at these people doing this and looking this good and so on. Because when you're seeing someone struggle, it doesn't really impact you the same way.
Mm.
You know, when you've got people that just look like they're going through it and just crying and bawling on the screen and just no perfection.
Showing their unfiltered self.
Yeah, showing their unfiltered self. It's just like, oh, it is what it is. But when
it's a quick swipe up, isn't
quick
it?
swipe, or you watch and you think, oh God. But then you see the next post could be someone in the Maldives just with their boo, just kick it back, and you're like, fuck's sake, what the fuck? But actually, behind the scenes, you don't know if they're beefing all the time.
Mm.
It is what you put out there. And I'll be honest, just like Kay said, I've been guilty of posting too. Like, I'll be on holiday looking like I'm living my best life, and I'll be escapism for me to just kind of get my thoughts together, but at the same time I'm going through it, looking like I'm thriving, but behind the scenes I've been in like a really dark place. I could be out, you know, partying, living my best life, your girl got it going on, but it's not even that. And anyone from the outside would have thought, look at her living her best life, look at her on holiday, there we go again. You put out what you want people to see. You have control over that.
Yeah.
And that's what people need to understand. Stop believing everything, because it can really impact you. Have you ever posted happiness?
Yeah, I mean, well, obviously we know, like, I've had my whole life plastered on social media at one point, which was fucking embarrassing. But I spoke about it before, was that I was posting stuff to deflect from that, the humor, and going absolutely through it, but posting like I was living my best life. And don't get me wrong, I was having an amazing time in that moment. But when the cameras were gone and I'd gone home for the night, I was going home alone and was upset. I'm definitely guilty of it. I think as well, the last year, I've been even more guilty of showing the highlights of my life, especially the fact where I've been losing weight, and especially the fact that I've been losing weight. I've definitely posted a lot more than I probably did before.
Do you know who I feel the most sorry for is celebrities, when they put out like, oh my God, look at me living this happy life. The next thing you hear, like, they're broken up, and you're like, what the fuck happened there?
Yeah.
And it is crazy. That shows you even more. Social media is literally just
highlights.
It's highlights.
Yeah.
It's highlights of your life. So don't get too sucked in, because social media can be really bad for your mental health. I feel like so much clearer, like, mentally, and it's crazy that I'm even saying this, to think that social media could have had that big of an impact, but I feel better in myself. I don't think people talk enough about what scrolling actually does to us. As I said earlier, you can open your phone and feel okay. And I've done this so many times. And then you scroll for a bit, and then your algorithm or just something comes up and something shifts. And suddenly you're overthinking, your mood changes, and you feel like you're not enough or being enough at some times. And then there's also like this pressure to keep up when you're seeing certain things. This could be your image, the life you're living, even the milestones in your life. And I feel like when you're constantly trying to perform or consuming everyone else's performance energy, it's actually exhausting. And it's crazy that social media can lead you to being burnt out mentally, emotionally, and physically, like an app.
Yeah.
Like, how can looking at an app make you feel emotionally and mentally drained? And I feel like when it comes to appearance now, I don't think we realise, especially the younger generation, it's so sad, just about how much social media can impact our mental health when it comes to image.
Yeah.
Like, the young people, I feel sorry for them, because growing up, you know, you felt a certain way sometimes, like, oh, I need to get my eyebrows down, or my top lips getting a bit, but you didn't have that pressure of people, so many people using filters or heavily editing their photos and posting them on for different people to see. You didn't have any of that. And now there is that pressure that everyone looks good.
Yeah.
And sometimes they don't look good in real life, but it's what you're posting out there. Do you know what I mean?
So I think, but like, obviously, I've got loads of pictures from when I was in school, and I'm very conscious about how much my son is allowed on social media. But I do notice, like, with his age group and like my nieces and nephews, a lot of their pictures, like if they're not filtered, they've got their hand over their face because they don't want people to see their faces and stuff. And it's like, you lot are never going to have those childhood pictures because you all don't look like that.
You all have doggy filters on your face, or like the flowers around your head.
I mean, I was guilty. I did use them.
Yeah,
like my early 20s, like 20s, I think was the main time I was using it.
My baby had a halo on its head, like in all the pictures. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy. That was the life. But it's like you said, when you look at our pictures from school or when we were younger, it was just us being us.
Yeah.
And there weren't all of those worries.
No.
And this is why you've got a lot of these young people that are self-harming or, you know, like putting themselves down. Like even how some of these girls be looking, feeling like they need to look older.
Yeah. Or they're having surgery so young now as well.
Surgery so young. Yep. Some of these girls,
nose jobs, lips done, but like as they're turning 18 because they don't like the way. We didn't have that pressure on us. Like I feel like, especially for me, I was in my 30s before I started tampering with myself.
Yeah.
In my 20s, I
was 30s as well.
Yeah.
So like, well, no, actually, I got done my boobs when I was in my 20s, but I had my kids were out of the way. I knew I wasn't going to have any more. But but
you gave your body time to grow.
Yeah, time to
like
develop.
A lot of these kids, they're literally turning 18
and they're getting BBLs, liposuction. Some of these girls, I'm thinking, you've gone and got liposuction, your arse is looking dufty, and you ain't even had no kids yet, and you're getting boobs and all that. To me, I just think personally, each their own. You got to do what you got to do to make yourself feel good. But I think that's insane. Like you're literally not even allowing your body to develop and see. I've only just started developing a body, I would say probably in my 30s. I think it's taken me a long time to start looking womanly.
Yeah.
And I know you say you stopped developing from a certain age, but no, man, I was looked like one ironing board and nothing was developed.
But I think a lot of mine was I was a weed smoker when I was younger, so I had no body. I was literally I was slim. Like there was no shape to me. But yeah, I do think like you say, 30s is where I'm fully developing.
Yeah, we're developing now. And I feel like if we do want to make any amendments, we are, I know I'm not having any more kids. You might decide that you want to have kids later on, but it's a no-go for me. It's not happening.
I don't, again, so like I say, I don't never know, but it's not on the cards right now.
But do you know one thing that really winds me up about social media, and it has impacted my mental health, is seeing people go to the gym who have had similar experiences to me, C-sections, you know, that belly apron, everything hanging down. It's not called a fupa. It's not called a fat upper pussy area. You know that. It's actually called an apron. This is what this is. Loose skin. And somehow their stomachs just seem to disappear. Has really, used to really get to me.
Yeah.
Or those ones where actually you had your baby, your belly looks mad, but you had your baby like a couple months ago. Like you are not trying to get your belly down after your child's grown or it's been a few years. And that affected me because I've been in the gym. I've been a gym girly. Yeah, I've had a few weeks where I may had a bit of rocky, but I've been a gym girly, especially since 2025 January.
Yeah.
Before that, about 6 months before that, I was going to the gym. I was off and on. But since January 2025, I have been consistently in the gym. Even when I'm on holiday, I'm in the gym.
Yeah.
And I'm eating like a frigging rabbit. Like the food that I'm eating now, I have the little naughty thing here and there, but I'm eating sad food. And I'm going to be honest, a lot of this healthy food I'm eating, it makes me feel sad. And I'm here doing everything I can. And my belly just is not changing through exercise. Yeah, it's going down a little bit, but it's still there. And then you've got these girls who make out like, I got this done. Well, no, you didn't. Or look at me with my fat ass. When you got that fat ass, not from squatting.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, that pisses me off. You got your bum done and you got your belly done. Just fucking own it. Like, I got my boobs done. I'm owning it. I used to be like an AA. I'm sure they pretended I was an AA. I was AA with a big belly because I had a kid. I was out of proportion. I felt uncomfortable and I wanted my belly done, but I was too scared at the time. So I was like, do you know what? Let me get my boobs done. I feel like that's a safer option.
Yeah.
At least I'll be a bit more in proportion. And over the years, as I've grown and developed, my belly is now a lot worse, especially when my weight has fluctuated. I've been up and down.
Yeah.
I've got more and more loose skin. So I'm going to go and get my belly done. Do you get what I'm saying? But I'm not going to be out here like, yeah, look at me. I got it all done in the gym. Like all of a sudden the loose skin just fucking disappeared. And I don't know where it went, got sucked in through the belly button or something. I hate when people like, do you know how disheartening that is?
Yeah.
For people that are actually really trying hard to be like, yeah, my belly just disappeared. Or these people that are really big and you've been taking Mounjaro.
Yeah, that's one thing I always said. I've never denied that I was on it. Like I was doing the boxing, and when people would be like, "Oh my god," like from the boxing. No, it wasn't just the boxing. Don't get me wrong, the boxing helped, and I think that's where I've been quite grateful in the fact that my belly did go down, and I've been thankful that I didn't end up with a lot of loose skin. Is because I was intensely doing the boxing as well, but I would never sit there and pretend to people like I wasn't on Mounjaro. 100%. I was on Mounjaro for a year. And that helped me lose 3 stone.
Yeah, I feel like it's so important, especially as a woman, for me, is be honest to other women because it can really impact their mental health. And it's not saying that there are a lot of people that are genuinely putting in work at the gym and they can snap back. But there are also a lot of people who aren't honest and who sell dreams online. And I think we need to be more aware of this, that this actually happens.
Yeah.
Because if you're sitting there scrolling like, oh my God, look, she done that. Listen, I saw one girl on social media when I was on TikTok the other day, actually, and she was big. And then all of a sudden and in the comments, she's like, no, I've never done any surgery. I'm thinking you would have so much loose skin right now. It would be hanging down there your toes. That's how much loose skin she would have had. She's like, no, I just wear bands to suck it in. I'm thinking, bands? You've got Batty Rider shorts on and a little crop top. What fucking bands are you using? And I have to wear 5 girdles just to wear a dress. Do you know what I mean? I'm thinking, what is going on here? But it's the lies. And you've got like thousands and thousands of likes, loads of views, and people are literally like, "Oh my, your plan!" And you know when they're comment, it's like comment, lose weight, and then there's something like everyone's like lose weight in the comments. I'm thinking the dreams that are being sold. But see, when I have my belly done, I'm going to be vlogging it, and I'm going to let people know this is how I got it. The booty is real, I've been working out hard. The legs are real, but the belly, I just couldn't do it myself. And I think it's just about being honest with people just about what you do, especially when it comes down to image wise.
Do you know the one that I'm not shading anyone here, but I do find it hilarious, is I've seen a lot of females that I knew back in the day who have now had a lot of work done, who have removed every picture of what they used to look like.
Oh my gosh, I've seen that as well.
It's like, you really don't want people to know that you look like before.
But when you have your baby, see when you ain't had kids and that kid comes out and goes, oh, motherfucker, what the fuck is going on here? Like, and then your child grows up depressed and sad because they're thinking, look at my little, like, my mum who looks like a goddess, and then I'm here looking like fucking
Gollum.
Some troll. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, all kids are cute.
It's a lie. It's a lie. That's a lie.
It is a lie.
It's a lie. Because and I say it
you
not
say
to,
it with your old chest.
I say it with my chest because my son was ugly when he was born. And I've shown him pictures and I've said to him, like, you grew into your looks. He's gorgeous now, but he was ugly.
No, that's so funny because I say, like, Maya looked like a little old man. And my partner was like, no, she was really cute. I was thinking, well, I'm not sure about that one.
Lies. Ashley was so white and he had like, everyone thought his dad was white. And he had that strip of dark black hair down his back. He looked like a little Wolverine. Dead thing. Dead.
That was so funny. Kira was really cute. Maya was like, she had bare hair. Like,
I mean, I think for me, it does depend on what I'm scrolling. So my algorithm can go either way. So when I'm on like my moment and I'm like looking at recipes and workouts, Oh, my algorithm's great.
It's perfect.
Great.
You're like, yeah, I feel really motivated.
High protein meals, low calories.
And even then, people are selling dreams. You're fucking eating bare carbs.
Right.
Yeah, listen.
No, some of them are good. Some of them are good.
But people be lying, like acting like they're the chef. They know how to weigh up macros and shit.
Yeah, no. I would do. Sometimes I test the theory. Like, I'm going to make your recipe, and I'm going to see if it really is under 500 calories. If I split it, and I did the other day. I made the breakfast dumplings.
Oh, they look.
Oh
good.
My God! I sat there weighing. Like, I had bowls of different things, bowl of scrambled egg, a bowl of mince, and a bowl of cheese. And I had the scales, like 50 grams of this, 25 grams of that.
Patience, you know.
I did that day. That day I had the patience for it. But so I can have like a really positive time with social media when I know what I'm looking for and I'm going on there for that and then boom, off. However, there are times where I can get into the doom and gloom where I'm comparing, and also like just seeing people's highlights can really put a damper on my day, on my mood that day. And it defo affects like my sleep. So
my gosh, it can really, especially if you just scroll before you've gone to bed, or you wake up and then you're like having a little scroll of your one eye open. Why am I here with my one rotted eye open?
No, my worst one, and this is where I had to get rid of this one, was Snapchat for late night ones. I would catch myself in a rabbit hole of watching pimple popping videos at 3 a.m. What do you mean? I have no business being here at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
And then I can't get up the next day and I'm knackered and stuff. So yeah, definitely like draining and affects with my schedule routine.
Yeah, it's insane how these apps have been sent to disrupt our nervous system. But I know that you have come off social media.
I have.
Obviously I've been off social media for a while now. How are you, like, I feel like it's important to heal our relationships with social media. What are you doing? How are you going to do that?
All right. So 2026, I made a conscious decision to come off social media. I just felt that it wasn't healthy for me anymore. And if you've watched the accountability files, you'll see that I did have a little relapse recently and really took that as a lesson that it's not for me. I very nearly the other day just deleted all of my socials because I actually don't want to use them. But then I was like, it's got all these pictures and videos and memories on them, and I don't want to lose them.
Why don't you just deactivate it?
No, so I don't have them anywhere near me. Like, they're all deleted off of all my devices. But I was just like, I don't want to go on them. Like, I don't want to slip up and go on them again. So even if I deactivate it, all it takes for me to put my password in.
Yeah, sure. I don't know. For me, it does something different when I deactivate them. You know.
It doesn't for me.
What it is.
Because once I deactivate it, once I go back on it, I can't deactivate it for a week. Yeah. So it's just pointless. I've got to have the willpower to just stay away from it. But I was very nearly just delete it all. But then I was like, what if I just remove all of the followers off of them? Just remove everyone off it and just keep it as the pictures. Because again, I nearly deleted Snapchat, but I was like, I've got memories there from like 2013. Stuff that I haven't got space for on my phone.
I have to keep Snapchat and Instagram in the background. Like, even though I'm not on it, it's like nowhere there. But yeah, it's like the memories. There's so many memories that come up that it's just so important for me.
So I'm like, I can't get rid of them in that sense. The best I could probably, if I feel that I'm getting to that point where I'm relapsing too much. I've relapsed once. If I feel like I'm going continuously on it at any point, I'm just have to remove all the followers from it.
And like we said, like, I know before that you were like, oh, I want to repost the podcast across your different platforms, but you don't need to do that. And that was the only reason you should have been on there. But obviously it leads to different things. It's like me. I said to you, like, if the podcast is going to pop off, the podcast is going to pop off regardless if we have social media. Because some people don't even have social media, their own social medias. So it's going to pop off regardless if we repost or not. We'll find our tribe. We'll find our tribe.
Yeah. Another thing that I have done as well is, I mean, I've done this a lot over the years, but I've very much done it for this year, was a lot of people who I have on WhatsApp, I've muted their stories, especially people who are like continuously posting throughout the day. But then again, that's another thing of willpower, of not me sitting there going on the stories because I haven't got anything else to look at. But I did mute people. I did remove a lot of people from my phone before the end of last year as well. So yeah, I'm trying to heal my relationship with social media, but also I want to get to a point where I don't care about it.
That's good. Yeah, I feel like for me, I've now realised, especially where I've had this break, it's so important to step away from social media when something's triggering you. 2026, I have things to do. I don't have time to be scrolling and getting sucked into my feelings. I need to stay focused, grounded, and intentional with my time. So I'm so glad that I've set those boundaries, because the only platform I still use is TikTok, but it has a purpose. I'm not really an addict on TikTok. I use it like health, well-being, recipes, places to go. I can't see myself deleting TikTok because I know I don't have that addiction. But I see Instagram and Snapchat, woo, that was my place to be. But now I know that can't come back. And I'm not saying I'll never return to Instagram or Snapchat, but I'm keeping them for holidays.
Yeah.
I love sharing, the bit at the top where you've got your highlights. I have all the different countries I've been to. It just looks really nice there. And it's people I know. Do you know what I mean? It's not an open account. So I'm very selective. And same with Snapchat, I've got like 30 people. But outside of that, I can't see myself ever going back to using it regularly. I feel like it is just being outside of it now. I just know how toxic it is. Like, I love taking a picture of myself with no filter. Do you know how much I love doing this podcast and knowing that this is just us?
Yeah.
That this is what I look like. And I feel like if I was on social media right now, I would be more conscious of
what we look like.
Yeah. Because I did use filters all the time, especially when it comes to like Snapchat. I never took a picture without a filter. But now this is me. So I can't hide from who I am. I'm not going to sit there and edit a whole recording of what I look like.
Yeah.
So I love being my authentic self. And I feel like with Instagram and Snapchat, I'm just not going to be able to be that person.
Yeah.
I'm not there yet.
I think for me, another part of the reason why I had to give up social media is because I kind of felt like with the film, I was living a lie. Like, I genuinely don't think I've seen a picture of myself. Like, before this year, I don't think I'd seen a picture of myself without a filter for the whole year. Like, when I was on holiday at Christmas, that was the first time I took pictures without filters. And it was more, no, tell a lie. I won't, when I take pictures of my son, I don't use filters because I'm not putting a filter on my kid. I'm not trying to have him look feminine because I want to have a cute looking picture.
It does look mad, doesn't it? Like, I remember you taking pictures of my son and he's looking like mad.
Yeah, so I stopped doing that. So especially when he became a teenager, maybe I might have done like the little doggy filters and stuff like you said when he was little. But as a teenager, I was very conscious of taking pictures with him and having a filter on, so I wouldn't do it. But all my pictures had filters on. And then when we went away for holiday, I didn't take a picture with any filters. And this year I said to myself, do you know what? Like, I'm not taking pictures with filters. And I'm trying to, again, it wraps into the self-love. Like, how can I expect someone to love what they see if I don't love it?
Exactly. And it's about like self-worth as well. I think, especially in your 30s, I think at some point you realise that external validation will never be enough. And that's where I am at that point now. Like, likes, people showing their milestones or this expectation of where I should be at because they're at that age, age, they can look good on the outside, but they don't tell you whether someone's actually at peace or is really actually happy. I feel like I'm definitely now starting to measure my life differently, not by what I've achieved on paper, but by what I've posted or what box I've ticked, by actually sitting down and being like setting those boundaries, like me setting these boundaries and different things that I'm achieving without showing them. It just means so much more. I feel like I am really valuing life a lot more. Like, even like not having my camera out all the time, it just feels good. And we're at an age now where, well, for me personally, like my head just needs to be down and just focus. And I don't have time for this social media hoo-ha and me getting in my feelings and all of that. Because the truth is, we're not behind. Everyone's journey is different. And sometimes you need to take that break away from social media to actually realise you're not actually behind. Your journey's different. and just you have to work at your own pace and be truly happy.
Yeah, I definitely feel like since I've taken a break, I'm more grateful in the present. I'm not chasing highs off of likes. Like my social medias were always open because I not for other work purposes and promoting stuff. When my TikTok had but basically I didn't know half the people on my social medias. That's the truth of it.
I used to have that on Instagram back in the days, back in my younger days. I used to have so many people on my social Instagram. My Instagram used to be open. I would have probably ended up being one of those Instagram girls if I continued. So that's what my partner always says. You would have ended up being one of them Instagram girls because everyone was following you. I used to have people shouting out my Instagram name on the road. I felt so under pressure. But I could never do that now. Like, do you know how much pressure that feels having people just in your business? Like
100%. Listen,
so intrusive.
I was doing the TikTok lives, and that is the main reason I came off social media. My mental health couldn't take it. Like, no, it's not that my mental health couldn't take it. It just got to the point where it was like, these people I don't know expect too much from me.
Yeah.
And it was too time consuming, and I don't understand how some people make really good money off of it. And yes, not saying I didn't make no money off of it, but when I actually done the equation of the hours I was putting in to what I was making, it didn't math for me. Like, I could make more money doing my side hustles. And also, I think, again, it was a bit too intrusive. People knew too much of my business.
Because you get lost, you forget, and it's live.
Yes. And I was getting banned a lot from there because I would get drawn out by people coming for me on there, and I'm going to cuss you back. And then I was like, bruv, I'm arguing with people I don't even fucking know or give a shit about. And it was just like, why am I doing this? So even like with Snapchat, my Snapchat was a treacherous place. Like, too many people on there. And that's
I know. Every time that you post a picture of me, I'd have all these people add me. I'd be thinking, well, you're definitely not going to get accepted. What the hell is going on here? Like, who's selling me?
But it's like, I don't want that life anymore. Like, I actually really, I'd love just a quiet life.
Private life.
Yeah, I feel like you are literally forced to perform on social media.
If you want to see me, watch my podcast. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what I should. If you want to see me, watch my podcast.
No, but I do. I feel like you are pushed to perform. And it's like, I've been contemplating about when we go on holiday. I don't know if I'm going to post it. Like, or am I just going to, I'd rather just have the photos in my album and go back and look at them. As much as, because I feel like if I just go on social media now, just post my holiday, I'm just going to show off.
See, I'm probably going to post my holidays because you know my highlights.
Yeah, no.
I've got all my different countries.
I've got mine there. And I love that. But I'm like,
I know, I've got a rhythm going.
I don't know.
Yeah. But I feel like, because holidays is my thing, I like to have it, like, you see, like, you're scrolling and it's just so nice to look back at. And I feel like I will probably put that on there. So for me, it's not me just going on there to post. It's like a purpose. So yeah, I will be back more than likely. I'm not saying it's 110%, but I like anyone who sees my Instagram, my holiday thing. Like, I haven't even got posts on my actual
page.
I think I've got I think I put like 3 posts up. They're old posts, but I don't actually post on my Instagram. I literally just post for my highlight.
I had a big clean up on mine last year where I removed a lot of stuff, more so to do with, like, I think when we started doing the podcast, actually, I had a big clear up of my page to do with, like, my family and stuff like that. I didn't want them being out there.
Yeah, see, mine is, because mine's private.
Yeah.
So all my stuff is private. So even if I am putting it out there.
No, but I'm talking about my main page, like my store, my highlights.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you go through my highlights, you'll be able to see who my mum is, my sister and son are. But I think on my main page where it's open, I did just clean it out. And it was like, I think the only post of my son is he's wearing it was when we went skiing, he's got a ski mask on so you can't see his face. So just like the main bit was, I think got like 10 posts on there and they are mainly me. I did try to remove all the ones with filters as well and just have it as this is me.
Yeah, this is just a reminder, like, that you don't need to prove your progress to anyone. Like, if you're on social media, do it because you want to be on social media, or do it because you like enjoy the app, or you like to be creative, or you're just sharing moments with your friends and family. But just be aware that there are a lot of people out there that they're not living their best life. They're not living a soft life. A lot of it is filtered, altered, and
edited.
Give yourself permission to have a break at times and live quietly, slowly, and just, you know, just love on yourself and get back your self-worth.
Yeah, live in the real world. We do have those times where we get sucked into it all. And I have found being more present, I not only enjoy it more, but I have time for more things as well. Like that time, because sometimes I'll be scrolling, the next thing 3 hours is gone. It's like, what have I been doing?
What the hell have I
But
done?
now those 3 hours I'm being so productive with them. So yeah, sometimes a break is needed.
Well, that's been an interesting episode. We will see you on another episode of Thriving After 30. Make sure you scroll on our social medias though.